All right, we got ML Ross is in $10. He says, "What resources do white people have that black people don't have?" Question. This isn't 1970s. P.S. Not all white people are rich, and we all didn't get our 40 acres in a meal. Okay.
Ooh, nobody. That's a question for me, boo. He said that for me. What resources that white people have that black people don't? Y'all were never enslaved.
What resources?
Right then and there. Wait, y'all were never enslaved.
That's not a
No, we're talking about a resource.
A resource?
What resources? Currently today.
Currently today.
You can use to in your advantage to like excel.
Right now.
I got you next.
With the story of Nolan Wells, how they have not been able to figure out how he was murdered.
That isn't a resource.
No,
what are you talking about?
The resource is no. I'm getting there. If you
give her a chance, just give her a chance to get her like sentence out. Then tell her she's wrong.
The resource is the color of your skin.
What?
Yes, it is. The color of your skin. The same. Okay.
So since
if I have a white friend and she gets pulled over by the cops and she got shrooms, weed, hella narcotics, you know what the police gonna tell her? You need to do better and not ride around like that.
She's going to jail. She's going to jail.
No, she's not. You know why? No, listen, because I have an example. A coworker of mine literally gave me an example that his friend rode around with narcotics and the police did not give him a ticket.
White people lie, bro, just like black people.
He's not. I promise you, he's not lying.
White people lie more than black people.
He's not lying. I promise. The type of person he is, he not lying about that.
She might get probation, but she lied to themselves.
So I asked him. I said, so you told me he got off with nothing. I said, how do you feel like he got off? He didn't have an answer. And I told him, if the situation was reversed and that was a black person with narcotics in the car, they were immediately going to jail, no questions asked.
No. That white friend was lying.
The resource is the color of their skin, and as a black man, you should understand that.
To piggyback what she said, yes, because as a black individual, you're more likely.
Because the camera can see you better.
Oh, because you're more likely as an individual, you're more likely to be stopped, seized, and searched immediately.
Yes.
I literally can tell you as a Latin woman, I'm white passing. And I drive a blacked out.
This doesn't answer the question of resource. I would agree.
I'm adding to it. Yes, it's a problem.
That is a resource.
Literally.
As a black man, you should understand that.
No, listen, stop it. I would agree that if it's the case, if we're comparing in America the whites versus the blacks, and we're comparing, black people when they get pulled over, do they get
it's a
searched
societal
more?
Image.
I would say that yeah, they may get searched more, but here's the reason why. Because the cops in those neighborhoods normally don't live in those neighborhoods. So black people in their community, they need to be going into positions within the police force so they can police their own communities.
So black men need to be policed to be fair?
Real quick, time out. Stop. What I'm saying is stereotypes tend to be true, right? All human beings kind of view things from a stereotypical lens because this is what keeps us safe. And it keeps us safe because it adheres to our pattern recognition. So if you are a white police officer and you're policing in a black neighborhood, well, there's some white people in this neighborhood too, but pattern recognition tells you that, well, more black people are maybe having these drugs than these few white people in this neighborhood. So what I'm telling you is, well, yes, it is true that, some black people may get frisked more, or maybe
it's real.
It depends on the neighborhood and who's policing that neighborhood. I 100% agree that racism is still real. I 100% agree that prejudice is still real. I agree that people tend to adhere to the stereotypes that's out there due to their pattern recognition. But this does not mean that there's like a system that's holding black people back. This just means that... No, what? This just means that black
live in the flesh.
The system was never built for us. You telling me right now the system was built for us to succeed?
Okay. Can black people police their own neighborhoods? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Why do black people
not?
Cannot.
But they cannot.
That's not true.
The stereotypes
they can. No, yes, they can.
Do you know voting, local voting? Do you vote locally? Do you vote? Who votes locally?
For nothing.
1, 2 votes.
What was the question?
Who votes locally? You can vote for
our state, local governments and everything, mayor, and all that.
Really? Have you voted locally? I'm impressed.
Because that matters the most.
Yes.
What I'm trying to say is, black people can change the conditionals if they want to. But Black people choose to do things and go into career fields that deal with entertainment, and they want to be, being in gangs and stuff like that. They can choose to be doctors, lawyers, police officers, philosophers. They can choose to go into fields that deal with technology, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, rather than wanting to be a producer. You can be a police officer and protect your neighborhood rather than having someone in another barrel come and police your neighborhood for you. So we do have the ability to police our own. So I'm just saying that, what you're saying on one end is true, but can we change the conditionals if we want? Yes, we can.
Okay, so why didn't you become a police officer?
I don't view things from a race lens.
You should.
Right?
That's the world we live in, though.
I think
that isn't the world that we live in.
It is. On lens, it would
Once again,
racism,
we can change the conditionals.
I don't think have you ever encountered
in.
like racism, like for yourself? Like, has a white person ever been seriously racist towards you?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But how are you going to say that, he's saying that you view it from race, but if a white person viewed it from race, you would call them a racist?
Yeah, that's exactly the word
But you're doing that same thing, so
exactly.
Are you racist?
You might as well call me racist.
She finally spit today.
You might want to. I'm not gonna lie. You might want to call me racist. She's not wrong. She's not wrong. I'm not deflecting.
I really want to hear what she's saying.
No, I'm not deflecting.
I really want to hear what you're saying. I really
you
want to
can
go ahead.
for sure call me racist. I'm not deflecting at all because at the end of the day, this world was never built for us to succeed.
Yeah,
so the same way how I have to how do I say this? The type of ways that I have to, type of paths that I have to go down in order to succeed.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. It's not the same path as white people, and it's just not.
Okay, but no one is equal.
So I want to ask you this: how many of y'all parents put a trust fund out for y'all?
Yeah, chill real quick.
No, ain't no chill. How many of y'all parents put a trust fund out for y'all?
Not a lot of white kids have trust funds.
Not a lot of white, but majority.
Black,
majority of white kids have a trust fund.
I know black people who have trust funds as well.
No, I asked y'all individually. Did your parents put a trust fund out for you?
I'm gonna move on.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
But we have no white people in here to back up if majority of white people have that as well.
Statistics, you can look that up online.
Statistically speaking, the majority of white people do not have a trust fund. That's just a lie. So let me finish. Let me finish. We got
That's not true. I didn't get to answer the question.
We got Frank Runner says in $10. He says, Cooley, if you was the oldest brother, who's to say your decision making is indifferent? You had examples that contributed to what decisions not to make with your free will. That's nonsensical for you, brother, that sent that. If anything, it depends on the person, because I can just reverse what you said. I would say that I had more influences to do the same thing that they did.
Because of the neighborhood you was in.
Because of the neighborhood I was in.
Yeah.
You know how you said
I didn't have enough influences to do the opposite, to go against the grain. So what you just commented was nonsensical. In any debate, I would have watched you.
Like you said, the glass half full. Like you said, I would have watched you.
I gotta steal that.
Clean you up. Because I'm reading the comments. The crazy thing is, Ease kind of agreed with the comment until he heard me refute the comment.
Facts.
Yeah,
So real quick, now
it's like looking at it.
let me get to the other super chats real quick, ladies, because we're like piling up. We got Is Mac, I think I'm maybe saying it wrong. He sends in 5. He says, you are patient. You are a patient man. I appreciate you, brother. He says, we got Talks with 2K Live. He's actually in the building. Sent in $20. He says, shouts out to Cooley. The show even better in person.
That was him. Oh.
Yes, sir.
That's 2K right there,
Shouts
man. I
out to
appreciate you, brother. We got ML Raw. Sends in $2. He says, the Irish were enslaved by the English. And do you also know the Barbary Pirates? It was an African nation, African tribe out there. They enslaved over 1 million Europeans. They won the battle. They won that war. They were stronger than the whites back then, so they were able to enslave them. So it's not that slavery only happened in one way. No, the Arabs enslaved blacks enslaved Europeans, the Europeans enslaved the blacks. Yeah. Slavery was rampant. Yeah. Now, there is some distinctions of the types of slavery. So you had the Arabs. The reason why it's not a lot of like mixture within Arab countries of blacks, they enslaved more Africans than the Europeans did. But the reason why it's not a lot of mixture is because the Arabs castrated them. The whites didn't castrate the blacks. They wanted to breed more blacks. So they had different agendas in different ways on how they enslaved, but it was all very cruel. Right? And then you know who Anthony Johnson is?
I've heard of that name.
Anthony Johnson is the first legal slave owner for life. He was the first man to legally own a slave for life and also own the slave's children for life, and he was a black man. Prior to this, chattel slavery, meaning that you're born a slave, it wasn't necessarily legal in America. And Anthony Johnson, he was the first. And he was so ruthless, right? Yeah. When his black slave ran away to a white master, he sued the white slave owner, won that case, and got his slave back.
I do know that blacks did sell their own kind. That is a very factual thing. Yeah. I do know that. I'm not even saying that it's all white versus black. It's not. It's not. I do know that blacks sold out their own kind.
All right, ladies, let me get to this super chat real quick. We got Super Jazz Sanders season 5. He says, can you ask these women who of them had their fathers in their life? That's a good question.
I did.
Show of hands, who had their father?
Half and half.
Oh, snap.
Put my hand real high.
And all of y'all, not all, but a lot of y'all.
Okay, my dad bought me a car 2 days ago.
No, I'm the only one. Mine was unfortunately murdered at a young age and deported back to his country. So that's the only reason why I didn't have my father in my life.
Sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, that sounds
Okay, all right, ladies. So I'm done with the super chats right now. Here's the part of the podcast where we're gonna do last thoughts, and or you get to ask any questions that you want. So any last questions and last thoughts, we're gonna go around the panel, and we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Let's go ahead and start with you. Well, no, we're gonna do. It's gonna be last thoughts too on a podcast. So basically, we're wrapping up, but we don't have to fully wrap up if you have questions. So, any last questions or no? No. Okay, cool. And last thoughts. How'd you like the show?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed everyone. I know everybody's kind of younger than me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a difference
like the auntie, and then we have to do two different type of conversations.
Yeah, it's a difference in the where you're at in life and the things you're looking for within dating and relationships.
Can I say this? I wish that we got to hear more from you, though. As a younger person who really just I'm a grown woman. So at the end of the day, a woman who has her own things going for herself. This is why, I want to learn from that.
And this is why men lead and women follow. Because if there was an older man in a room, and it was a lot of younger men, the older man would be giving game to the younger men so they don't make the same mistakes that they made when they were younger. But women, generally speaking, they don't like to step on any toes because they know that they're sensitive and they know that you're sensitive, so you want to be empathy warriors. So you want to be empathetic to everyone's perspective rather than being real and giving true, genuine advice to help the younger women out.
So then can I ask her, is that the reason why you didn't speak? Do you feel like you were giving everybody else
she probably just ain't care about y'all niggas. I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm glad I have the room and I'm
I was speaking in general. She probably just ain't give a freak about y'all, you know what I mean?
I already when I came here, I was going to come in and not really say too much because I already knew the type of podcast he got, and he's kind of red pill, and I'm the opposite, so I know that's going to do me in.
Y'all going to be arguing or something, huh?
We wanted you speaking more than.
I'll just let you ladies talk. I want to listen.
Yeah.
Okay, and let's move it right along to you. Any last? Yeah, you could just pass, or if you want, you could pass her that. Any?
I don't have no questions.
No questions. Okay.
But I feel like it was only from a male's perspective or how.
All y'all gave was y'all perspective, bro.
No. I'm saying you.
We outnumbered.
You personally.
Well, what matter? What perspective?
You felt like you were right over us, which is okay.
Right.
No, wait. Hold on.
When was I wrong?
What happened to not cutting off the speaking?
No, we ain't talking about none of that right now. Stay in your place, woman.
You stay. You know what?
Stay in your place, woman. All right, go ahead. Finish speaking.
I have my own place with no kids. I run my shit.
I know that's right. Thank you. But I just feel like in some conversations, you're absolutely right. You were right in what you said, or you did make a point. But I feel like sometimes you were only tunnel vision to how you felt, and not trying to hear what other or how this circumstance is like this or this circumstance is like that. But all in all, I had fun. I mean, it was good meeting everyone. Yeah. So
I would disagree on one aspect, right? You said that I wasn't open to hearing other people's perspective. I think that's totally a lie because I ask other questions to get them to elaborate on what they truly think.
You're
Rather
right.
than
You're
feelings,
right. You're right.
I would ask further questions to engage what they truly think. And also,
Then
I would try to get the truth out of them rather than just the feeling.
I feel like you're absolutely right. You did get everyone's opinion just to be like, no, this is what you said, and put it in a whole totally different way.
Like you were asking to elaborate, to
Hold your
engage,
place,
but
woman.
not
It's
to
not your turn.
understand. I don't give a damn.
Place.
She was done talking. I put my 2 cents in. You're going to answer the question or you're not.
So it could go two ways for you, right? And I'm a father, so I know how, women tend to be. Two ways. You got two options. You can either leave now or you can shut up and never do that again. Which one you want to do?
I don't think you have to tell her like that.
At all.
Okay. Well, okay.
Like,
so
what I
wait, you don't want to?
mean
Okay,
by
then you can leave now.
say.
Okay,
You can leave now.
how
Get out of
you
here.
say.
You
I'm
can
about
leave
to
now.
go.
Yeah, you
That was
leave now.
rude.
I love you, ladies.
Feel that is rude?
Great
You already gave me your ending, so
Bye.
have a good one.
I
Bye.
have all y'all's Instagram. Y'all have a great night.
Yeah, peace.
Too.
And make sure we don't tag her or nothing. She left off. The other one too. She left off. But let's go with you. If you have any last questions, you can ask some questions.
So I would say I enjoyed this. I love debating. I love it. I don't take anything personal or any of that, but I wish, everybody got more of a chance to kind of speak their voice. And it's a lot of women. We all talk. We all don't listen to an extent. So everybody speaks over everybody. I get it. We're just women. That's what we do.
Yeah.
That's what we do. I just wish that we got to hear a little bit more from some others as well. Other than that, it was great.
Fair.
Again, love that. My question that I've been wanting to ask.
Yeah.
Do y'all love women? Or do you hate them?
Nope.
No. And when I say that, I don't want you to take it. I don't want you to take it as literally
I'm trolling.
like, do you love women? You have those men. You have those men who like women and they're rude to them every chance they get.
Yeah.
Or do you love women?
So
you're not here
right?
and not saying you're.
So I got y'all answer it for us. It's just rhetorical. So you ladies were invited on the platform. I came all the way out from Dallas for other things as well, debate kind of things like that. But I paid for the studio. I don't have to do a dating and relationship show, right? I do debates and I'm fine on my podcast. It's not something that I actually have to do. I only do this 2 times a month. Everything else consists of me streaming and doing debates. So you ladies aren't the financial aspect for the podcast. But I did this. I paid hundreds of dollars for this. I paid everything with the recruiter, the guy that I recruited you, I paid him. He got racks, right? He got racks in his pocket because of this, right? So this was all paid for. The food and hair, drinks, that's all paid for. So, you ladies didn't have to have any food and drinks. You didn't have to. Real quick. No, listen.
You're gonna starve us.
You didn't have to have this podcast studio. This was the nicest one in the area. Right, it was some other ones that was cheaper. I could have did that one. I could have been like, you know what? Freak these hoes. Let's get the cheap one. Freak these hoes. We don't need the food or drink. We don't need none of that. But I did it because one, we love women. We know that. When you guys come around, we want to make the environment comfortable for y'all. So we don't do this podcast to bash women. We think that men and women are better together than they are apart. Just because we disagree with you doesn't mean that we hate you. That's yeah.
No, and so that's what I was saying. That's not what I meant by my question.
No,
in a sense, but I get what you're saying. I get it.
Right.
You took us into consideration. Hey, yes, I'm finna have women, so let me make sure that I have something where they're comfortable. Yeah. Let me make sure that they eat. So exactly. So your
it didn't have to be none of this.
Yeah, exactly.
There are men that actually do hate women.
Yes.
Just like there are women that hate men.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Exactly.
And those guys that hate women, they're called black pill, right? And usually those type of guys that usually hate women, they usually don't understand women, and they're not good with women. They're not good with picking up women, and they don't know how to deal with women. And when they don't get what they want from a woman, whether it may be, they tend to get mad and frustrated, and instead of looking in the mirror and looking at themselves like, hey, look, I suck at this. I'm not good at this. Maybe it's because of what I'm doing and how I portray myself and how I speak to women. Maybe that's why they don't, receive me well. Okay. So guys that understand women, that get women, that understand how you move and how you think and how you feel, we don't hate y'all.
It's like this. If you have a kid, you do have a kid. If as a mother, if you didn't understand your kid, that maybe your child was hungry or something like that, you may react. You may have a negative reaction to how they're acting. So you may respond negatively with anger because you don't fully understand the child, right? Mm-hmm. But as you understand the child, when they're reacting a certain way, they're moody, you don't be angry. You talk to your child in a way where it's like, well, I understand you. There's no reason to be angry. And what he just illustrated is...
to understand.
Yeah, what he just illustrated is that we understand women. We don't have a problem with getting women. And we have, like... It'll be a different type of podcast if we, didn't understand y'all and we were coming off and angry and stuff like that. No, I'm just creating decorum. That chick left because she was disrespectful. I gave her an ultimatum. You can either shut up or you can follow my program. If you don't want to follow the program, I paid for all of this, then get off my show. You know what I'm saying? Just respect the hierarchy. Right? If I came on someone else's show and it was like, Cooley, hey, you talking a little bit too much, calm down. I'll be like, bang, I'll go ahead and listen. Because I'll respect that hierarchy. And the thing is, you ladies do respect the hierarchy, but you only respect it when you get some sort of benefit. Like at your job, your boss tells you what to do, what time to come into work, and what to wear, and you follow exactly what your boss tells you. But when a man tells you something or wants to give you some direction or guidance, well, you don't want to listen. You want to be combative. And not only that, you do it with your own boyfriends. You want to be combative. So it's nonsensical. It really doesn't make any sense. But yeah, we don't hate chicks. We love y'all.
And that was just like a general question. That's what I've been wanting to ask all night because I knew it was like a relationship type.
Yeah. So if you like this video and want to watch more, click right here. But if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.